And now for your Rangers, starting in goal as a senior, number 37, Jacob Ford. On defense as a senior, number 4, Andrew Wright. His partner on the front line as a senior, number 8, Sam North. At right wing as a senior, number 11, Jordan Nelson. And at left wing as a senior, number 14, Reese Moss. And starting at center for the Rangers, a senior, number 22, Kyle Blanchard. Assistant coaches for the Rangers are Matt Schuler, Chad Zawin, and Kristen Gaffney. The head coach is Mr. John Moon. Now, if you please stand and face the American flag at the Rangers end of the arena and join us in the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good evening, Ranger fans, and welcome to the last Ranger hockey broadcast of the season. My name is Noah Casa. Alongside me, as always, Caleb Casa. Rangers here on senior night at home, trying to put an exclamation point on the season. Going against Spring Lake Park tonight.
So far, Spring Lake Park this season is 12-12, so 500 on the season. They are in a different conference than the Rangers, so a little bit more different competition. So it's kind of hard to compare teams when it's by records when you're not really playing the same opponent. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out tonight.
that one up into the Spring Lake Park bench, and we will get a face-off. So big night for a lot of guys down there. Mittendorf, obviously, one of the captains. A huge difference maker he is on this team, and we're going to miss him next year. So that puck is sent into the Ranger bench now, and we will get another face-off.
You know, for a good of a season Gavin Mittendorf has had, Spring Lake Park has their own guy, Blake Luke, I want to say. Luke. 60 points. So Mittendorf's
That's crazy.
at right around 50, and he's having an all-time Forest Lake hockey season, and he's up to 60 points. So both teams have top-end talent this game.
SLP brings the puck into the Ranger zone, stopped there by the Ranger defense, and now we got Mittendorf and McKinnon. Mittendorf tries to rocket off a shot. That one deflected by the stick of, is their mascot the Panthers, Callan? Yeah, Panthers.
Yes, I believe so.
Goes off the stick of a Panther. Mittendorf down to retrieve that puck deep in the Spring Lake Park zone. McKinnon there for a second, had the puck knocked away. Spring Lake Park now with it, driving in. Senior Jacob Ford is in goal for the Rangers tonight. Mittendorf bringing the puck into the Spring Lake Park zone. Along the board, shot from the blue line from Willie. It's deflected away. We will get an icing.
Ooh. Let's see what Forest Lake can do with this first offensive zone faceoff. Now that they're kind of settled into their offensive zone, if we win this puck, see if we can get a quick 1-0 lead on Spring Lake Park.
Mittendorf on the faceoff, taken by Spring Lake Park. Rangers with it, tries to center. Shot from outside, off the stick of the goaltender. Now Spring Lake Park has it, tries to send it across the ice. Nobody home. Rangers get it back. Center ice, shot in, punched away by the goaltender. Spring Lake Park with it through the neutral zone, dumps in. Willie back behind his own net. Reif able to send one off the glass down into the Spring Lake Park zone. Ooh. Goaltender will cover. We'll get another faceoff.
Not a well-aimed pass, but it works out. That the Rangers didn't get called icing because the goalie had to stop it. So a break for the Rangers there.
Blanchard on the faceoff for the Rangers. It's been taken by Forest Lake for a moment. Spring Lake Park able to gain possession behind their net again. Far side contested by Nelson. Pass through the neutral zone. Reif in tow. Nice stop by Ford. Sent back into the neutral zone. Spring Lake Park with it back in their own zone. Sending it across the ice off the boards, and we will get an icing.
So there's 2 or 3 icings here from Spring Lake Park. So a little bit of sloppy hockey coming out from them, which we would expect them to clear up given they're a decent team on the season. So Forest Lake needs to take advantage of these kind of lapses Spring Lake Park is having.
Linder going after the puck along the boards. Spring Lake Park able to get it out. That goes off a Rangers skate. Rangers play it off the boards back to Mittendorf. Mittendorf sends it back to Dzurek. Dzurek dumps in. Spring Lake Park gets it back off the boards. Forest Lake dumps back in. Spring Lake Park now with the puck behind their own net. Along the boards, has it taken away by Mittendorf. Mittendorf with it out front, tries to center, looking for Linder. Couldn't get his stick on it. That shot from the blue line, and Dzurek goes off the leg of the tender. McKinnon fighting for it along the boards. Now Linder with the puck. Sends it down to Dzurek. Dzurek holds the zone, dumps back in around, back to Mittendorf. Mittendorf kicks it back out to the point. Shot from outside, slapped away by the stick of Spring Lake Park's goaltender up into the netting, and we will get a face-off.
So the story of the game so far is the offensive zones Forest Lake is having. The offensive zone face-offs, but we just haven't been able to win one. So as long as Spring Lake Park can keep winning them like we're seeing, it's going to be tough for Forest Lake to get any offense going.
Puck left behind by Spring Lake Park, recovered by the Rangers. That shot very far to the left, out to the point. Puck gets past the goaltender for a moment. It's going to go wide. Rangers get the puck back. Now that one off the glass, high, caught and set down by Rife. Excuse me, Bright, not Rife. Big hit in the neutral zone. Spring Lake Park trying to shove one in. Rangers slapping it away. Bright comes out of the scrum with it, heading through neutral ice. He's got a little bit of help. That shot goes off of an SLP stick into the glass. Rangers able to hold the zone. Nelson trying to locate that puck out in front of the net. Back out into the neutral zone. Forest Lake still in possession. Spring Lake Park doing their best to steal it away. Nelson trying to send it up to Moss. Moss loses control. Spring Lake Park takes it back right along their blue line. Bringing it into the Ranger zone now. They wait. Shot off the toe of Ford. Now Rife comes in, takes the puck from behind the net. Now it's Blanchard. Blanchard sends it across to Moss. Moss through the neutral zone, plays in, and they'll get Blanchard off sides. We'll get a face-off. This will be Mittendorf on the face-off. Played off the boards. Spring Lake Park gets it back for a moment. Sends it into North. North to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to get it up to Linder. That one chips off the toe of his stick. Now recovered by McKinnon for a moment. Stolen back away by Spring Lake Park. Sent around the boards there. Ford will collect it behind his own net. Send it forward. Mittendorf now one-on-one. Here we go. Back to McKinnon. Backdoor goal. Score! A beautiful sequence from the first liners.
Ooh. That is McKinnon's 13th goal on the season. And Mittendorf is up to 48 points, so we'll see if he eclipses that 50-point mark by the end of this game for the regular season. That would be pretty huge.
It's a tall order, but we'll see if he can get it done.
Well, if anybody's going to, it's going to be him.
It's the magician.
And one thing that I'll kind of tease is in the interview that's going to come up that you guys are going to see, we talked about McKinnon in that interview, and Mittendorf talked about the chemistry that they have. McKinnon came over from Trisago, and he's obviously the freshman, and he's the second leading point getter on the team. So he just talked about their chemistry. So you can see it right
McKinnon
here again.
Back to Mittendorf. Mittendorf with it. Back to Dzurek. Dzurek throws one on net from the blue line. I think it made the SLP fan section over here take a breath there for a second, but was able to corral it. See Spring Lake Park get down and try and get their stick in it, but they completely left McKinnon wide open on the backside. And Mittendorf read that one like a book.
You can't blame the goalie there if you see Mittendorf just like charging down at you. You're going to have to respect his shot, especially short side too. And the goalie sold out and Mittendorf just made the right play.
Spring Lake Park now with a chance, taking it in. Nice hit along the boards there by Bright. Puck back, stolen away. back outside the blue line, and we get an offsides.
I think that was Saltness that just tipped that out of the blue line. Heady play there. Just making sure Spring Lake Park has to tag up, and they didn't. So that's why you see the reset.
Putt through the Spring Lake Park zone, and we'll get another face-off. Another. Boy, that came off the tongue real weird.
And it just feels like these teams aren't connecting on passes well, other than Mittendorf's pass to McKinnon. The passing just hasn't been too sharp by either teams, and it's resulting in a pretty slow game so far, kind of a lot of stoppages just because there's been so many icings.
Both teams have each had a handful of solid passes. Other than that, it's been rough through the first period. There was a good one up to Bright. Bright now, backhands in. Spring Lake Park takes it along the boards, now contested by Saltness. Saltness comes out with it, tries to throw one on net. Easy save for the Spring Lake Park goalie. Forest Lake able to get it back. That's Studier. Studier tries to get it up to Blanchard. Blanchard misjudges the speed. Takes a shot into the boards there. Nelson tries to get it to Moss. Blanchard back to Moss. Moss with it in the corner. Some fancy stick handling there out to Blanchard. Blanchard sends one in. It's out in front of the net. It's loose. And we get a goal. Blanchard scores.
Moss had an awesome bounce pass off the boards to Blanchard, and it was kind of just a scrum around the goal. Nobody really knew it was going in until Blanchard pointed at it and told the ref that it was
there,
in.
I think Blanchard scored. And Nelson was the first one to put his hands up and call a goal.
Just every Spring Lake body in the crease laying down.
Moss has it for a second, goes off the boards. Spring Lake Park now tried to threaten into the neutral zone, but Dezurek there to shut that attempt down. Moss with the puck. More nice handles from him tonight. Back to Dezurek. Now Spring Lake Park able to send it down to the Ranger zone, collected by Dezurek. Dezurek sends up, pass intercepted by Spring Lake Park. Dezurek tries to come in and lay a hit, has that one backfire on him heavily. Spring Lake Park giving him the shoulder. Now Blanchard takes a shot from outside, tries to hit his own rebound, still out in front of the net. That one's slapped up into the netting by SLP, and we will get a face-off. That would have been beautiful if Blanchard would have been able to ricochet one to himself.
Yeah. Kind of another dirty goal like we saw Blanchard do the first time. But to Dezurek, he did get deleted from the ice, but he was making the play, and he did make the play. He stopped Spring Lake Park from getting that initial forecheck in the zone. So he did his job, even though it hurt a little bit.
Reif playing that one back in. Now Spring Lake Park able to send it across the ice. Off the boards, McKinnon fighting for it. Forest Lake able to get it back. That's Mittendorf with the puck, bringing it into the Spring Lake Park zone. Spring Lake Park lunging for one. Crowd not liking the fact that there was no call there. Stopped back behind the net by Spring Lake Park. And now the Panthers bring it out. Mittendorf there to defend the puck right away. This one backfiring on Spring Lake Park heavily. I think they tried to regroup and get a forecheck going there, but it was completely shut down by Forest Lake, and the puck is in the offensive zone for them. Shot from outside. That was north, gloved by the Tendy for Spring Lake Park, and we'll get a face-off.
You know, so our first line scored our first goal. Our second line scored our second goal. So you like to see the evenness come out because, I mean, our top line has really dominated the offense this year. So it's good to see the second line show up at a crucial time.
Spring Lake Park with a chance now in on Ford.
Number 22, Trenton Thiessen, with his 18th goal of the season, first of the night. That was a nifty move there.
Nifty move and tough for Ford. I mean, it's always tough for the goalie when you got a one-on-one with anybody.
Especially a one-on-one against the second best player on the other team.
On the Spring Lake Park roster, yeah, that's true. Willie now up to Spidell. Spidell sending it across, trying to find Saltness. Saltness out to Bright. Glove save from the blue line. Spring Lake Park having a collision there, leaving the ice. Rangers dump into the Spring Lake Park zone. Spring Lake Park able to recover. They send it way too high and far out in front of their team. We'll get an icing in the face-off, and that'll put the Rangers right back in the offensive zone.
You know, if I were to give you an over-under of 30, 31 icings to this game, would you go over-under that?
I think 31 is a little high. I'd like to know exactly what number we're at now, but
I'd say we at least got to be at 10.
I mean, it'd make me think a little bit. Oh, and high shot very far to the right side. Dezurek with the puck. Now up to Nelson. Nelson trying to hit it forward to Blanchard. Missed the first time, got it the second. Out in front, Nelson takes a shot, had it deflect. And now we got some extracurricular down in the corner. Referee's in there to stop that one.
You know, hockey games are just better when there's some bad blood between the two teams, so maybe that can...
a little chippiness always adds the excitement factor, that's for sure.
Can get the crowd in it too. Refs trying to sort out, maybe we got a penalty coming. Is that a high stick?
I'm not sure exactly what's being called. We'll get the official call here in a second. All right, so it'll be a penalty on Spring Lake Park. I don't know if 9 was actually the culprit. Thought it was 8. I may have seen 8.
9 and 8 do look very similar when they're on a uniform.
And they're right next to each other.
It doesn't help. All we know is we're up a man, so.
They do have an 8 on the roster, so.
Right now it's Oberg in the sin bin, as we call it here.
Spring Lake Park now with another chance. Ford not able to get down. And again, it's tough to stop those. So they end up scoring shorthanded, and that's the last thing that the Rangers wanted. Game's tied up. Caleb, we've been saying it all year. Dangerous lead in hockey is the two-goal lead.
We see it come to fruition again.
And we see Forsyth giving it up.
There's a reason it is said.
Kid, what do you think is more difficult to stop?
Who? That was a low-key, underrated save there from the goalie.
That was nice. Dezurek with the puck. Back to my question, Caleb. You think a one-on-one backdoor Mittendorf answers right back. The magician does it again.
That is his 49th point.
How did he find the net on that one? He found the armpit of the goalie, and that's where he put the puck.
Went off his blocker and in. It was just such an angle where deflected off the blocker and in. But Mittendorf scored the goal, and that was a good goal. But Dezurek on the forecheck, He bounced past it off the boards around one of their defenders. He looked like a forward there, and that just shows when you got talent and stick handling on the blue line that it can really open up your offense.
McKinnon trying to find his buddy Mittendorf over there, has it taken away by Spring Lake Park. Slapped away by DeZurek. Nice hit by DeZurek. Now it's McKinnon and Linder. Back to Linder. In! Score! So Spring Lake Park comes out with 2 quick ones, and Forest Lake answers right back, 4-2.
I thought that was the most amazing save ever. I didn't know how he stopped that for a second. Oh,
he went with a little bit of the flying bird action, as you call it. Just couldn't stop it.
Ooh. Wow. Did you get a number on who scored that one? Or
it was Linder, assisted by McKinnon, I believe.
Excellent. So some seniors have Linder with the goal, DeZurek with the excellent assist there and a couple hits. Also, he's gotten the brunt of a hit, but we won't talk about that. Delayed penalty.
The Spring Lake fan base becoming increasingly unhappy with some of the calls that they've been getting.
How can you be unhappy with Gunna playing in the stadium? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta be grateful.
4 minutes and 33 seconds left here in what I would probably say at this point, other than the game that McKinnon scored a hat trick in the first, I'd say has been the most exciting first period of hockey that we've had all season. Willie with the puck sends in, nearly goes off of Saltness' stick to find some netting. Ends up going left of the net. Now Willie back out with the puck. Over to Nelson. Nelson tried to center it to Saltness. That misses. That one goes off the stick of Gaynor. Puck out in front of the net, now taken back by Moss. Moss trying to go coast to coast with it, has it taken away by Spring Lake Park. Back behind the Ranger net, Willie will bring this one up. Played into the neutral zone. Saltness with it, leaves for Nelson. Nelson back to Saltness. That one gets away from Saltness, off the stick of the tender, up into the glass. Rangers send one in from the blue line. Nelson puts one out in front. The back door was wide open. Nobody there to capitalize. Moss now with the puck, sends up to Saltness. Saltness plays off the boards, ends up going back to himself, now comes in. Sends it over to Moss. Moss trying to get it back to Saltness. Has it taken away by Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park there for a second looked very lackadaisical with the defense. Now turning it back up as the Rangers have the puck in their own zone. That one rattles around the board. Stopped by Ford, taken by Mittendorf. Mittendorf gets away from the Panthers, bringing it through the neutral zone. He's got McKinnon in tow. Back to McKinnon, and that one nearly goes in off the post. Goalie kicks the net away, and we'll get a face-off.
Ooh. Almost a replay of the first goal if that would have went in. I mean, everybody just watches Mittendorf as soon as he gets the puck, and especially on a fast break. On the forward check when, Spring Lake Park's down a person. You just knew something was going to happen. Just not able to get it in, but pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, the Rangers have done an okay job at capitalizing on power plays so far this season, but be nice to see him put another one up here. I don't think we're going to get it as there's only 5 seconds left here in the power play. Linder dishing out some punishment in front of the net. Spring Lake Park is back to full strength. Mittendorf with it. Nice move back in between the legs of the goalie. He's down on his back. He's doing snow angels, and he's able to get an arm out and stop it. I think that's what we go with. When you're on your stomach, it's the flying bird. When you roll over on your back, you're doing snow angels.
Ooh. That
The
rebound
Rangers have got this goalie in a panic.
dangerously close. I mean, all goals really have come off of, like, really aggressive forechecks and breakaways. There hasn't been really much offensive zone consistency with a goal. So,
For Spring Lake Park?
For the Rangers have scored breakout chances every goal. They haven't had really any.
Well, so is Spring Lake Park. Saltness trying to get that puck back. 20 shots on goal for the Rangers. They've been doing a decent amount of shooting. It's just been a lot of outside shots. 5 shots on goal from Spring Lake Park. They've put 2 in, but remember, both of those came off of very obvious breakaways. At least with the Rangers, they were contested for the most part by defense. Spring Lake Park was wide open, shootout style.
Yeah. My point was just that every goal has been really fast.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to the Rangers' credit, I know they have let up 2.
They have let up 2 goals.
Sorry, I got caught watching. As I'm going to swallow my words until this is done. All right. The Rangers have had 2.
Nelson shot on goal.
I stopped at 2 again.
Nelson is really mixing it up with the Panthers tonight so far.
Hey, you like to see the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
So finishing my thought that I've been going on for about 2 minutes and not able to finish it.
Yeah, let's spit the words
The
out.
Rangers haven't let Spring Lake Park have any time other than those breakaways. I mean, hence the only 5 shots on goal. They've had a really good defensive game, not just in the defensive zone, but kind of in neutral ice, not letting them get the puck deep in. All the times they've really dumped the puck have been just to get a line change and not really on a forecheck. So.
Willie with the puck again. Sends it over to Dzurek. Dzurek up to Nelson. That one kicks off the bottom of Nelson's stick. Now taken by Moss. Moss with it into the far corner. Kicked away. Moss still with the puck. Sends it out in front of the net. Nobody home for the Rangers. Spring Lake Park playing it off the boards. Corralled there by Willie. Willie sends back into Moss. Spring Lake Park again sends it off the boards. Willie again holds the zone. Blanchard with the puck. Hot shot goes high. Dzurek plays into Nelson. Puck still out in front of the net and scooped up by the goaltender for Spring Lake Park. Nelson mixing it up a little bit again after the whistle. Now I wonder, Nelson hasn't come in arms up or anything. He's just kind of, maybe crowded a player's personal space a little bit. I wonder if he's trying to draw penalties.
Hey, that is a strategy.
It's a strategy. Mittendorf throws one on net immediately, almost hit in by McKinnon. That would have been beautiful. Dzurek holds the zone for the Rangers. Spring Lake Park now able to get it out. Dzurek easily steals that one away. That one shot up into the rafters, caught by a Spring Lake Park player, set down, and we will get a face-off.
All right, so this is our advertisement for the Gavin Mittendorf interview, I guess. They stopped it at a very good time for us to tell our audience to stay tuned in.
Stick around during the intermissions tonight.
Yes, we're going to have
a two-parter.
A two-parter. One interview split into 2 parts. So, enjoy.
Some smart hockey there by Willie after that face-off to trap it against the boards and just let the rest of the time expire. But at the end of one, Rangers lead 4-2. Shots on goal, 25 for the Rangers, 5 for Spring Lake Park. Caleb, you got anything going into the first period, or do we just want to get this interview rolling?
Well, all I'm going to say is a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous
lead.
That's all I'm going to say.
That's very true. Well, we will hit play on that interview and be back to you shortly afterwards to bring you the second period of senior night here at Lake Shadell Arena.
Ranger fans, I'm here with Gavin Mittendorf, number 19. You see him play center for your Forest Lake Rangers, and we're here for the first ever player interview on LATV.
Mittendorf now with a great opportunity. Takes a shot, score! Number one to keep it, Mittendorf with it. Nice move, back, goal! Mittendorf, you are a magician! Holy cow! Ah, wow. Jackson Moss coming in off the left, centers, and nothing but a quick. Johnson backhands to Mittendorf. Mittendorf, backhand goal! Rangers. Mittendorf with an absolute beauty. Excuse me, that not well. Shot by the Rangers goes in for the second score of the game. Out in front of the net, shoots, goal! Mittendorf again. I'm talking about right there by Mittendorf. That shot goes in! Goal! Zurich sends that one around the boards. Mittendorf now with it. Trying to skate in right in front of the net. He's got another one. Hat trick for Mittendorf. Passes up to Mittendorf. He's all alone with McKinnon. McKinnon back to Mittendorf. Goal! Mittendorf's fourth of the game. Mittendorf with it again. Trying to get out, wrap around, got it! Score! Gavin Mittendorf with a beautiful wraparound. Bright up to Linder, Linder to Mittendorf, Mittendorf coming in. Abracadabra! Score! By McKinnon, over to Zurich. Zurich to Mittendorf, Mittendorf, shot! And he puts another one in, score! Look at this.
Yuck.
Oh.
Yeah. So I came up with 10 questions, kind of lighthearted questions to ask Gavin to start off this interview. So first one, if you had to build a dream hockey line, who would be the two wings beside you all time?
I would probably have to say Wayne Gretzky. He's I guess you could say, the best player in the world right now. And I would also say Connor McDavid, because he's probably the fastest skater in the world right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, number two, this is kind of a shot in the dark, but do you have an impersonation of anyone on your team? It can be coaches, players, anybody.
I would probably say Gunnar Bright. So let's switch it to Cadence Vidal.
Okay.
So every time we're watching film, we're just like watching how the other team plays to get ready for them. And every time he goes, their jerseys are so sty. That's literally what he says every time.
Yeah. Number three, what is your go-to pregame song?
I would probably have to say Free Woo.
Who is the smartest player on your team?
Evan Zurich.
Okay, yep, defenseman.
Yep.
Number 42, we do talk about him an awful lot during the broadcast. And now, who has the least smarts on the team?
I would probably have to say I would say one of the goalies, just because they're always just saying dumb stuff. But for a player, I'd go with Gunnar Bright. He has a tracker on him every time he fans on a pass or a shot. He has 50 push-ups, so he's at like 200 right now.
All right. Now, who on the team spends the most time in front of a mirror?
I would say Ray Haugley.
Ray Haugley?
He's probably the pretty boy on the team. He just he's with all the ladies and everything. So.
And this one kind of ties on to it. Who has the best hair? Would you go with him, or is it?
I would probably say Matthew Linder.
Okay.
He's had a mullet before, and I think he has a little one right now, but he's growing it out right now.
Your whole team is on an island. All right, this is question 7. Your whole team is on an island. You can only choose one person to stay with you. Who is it?
I would probably go with Reese Moss. He's a big movie watcher, and he probably knows how to survive on a deserted island with 2 people, and he's probably the funniest kid I've ever met. So
Okay. And now flipping it, you only had to kick one person off your whole team and coaching staff. Let's include the coaching staff.
Okay.
All right, if you want to take a shot, who are you kicking off the island?
Probably Caden Spidell. We did Secret Santa, and we got him a map, and because he's just so lost in this world right now, so he'd probably get lost on the island, so he'd probably just get booted off.
I love when they're going to watch this broadcast and they're just going to get blindsided by you. Okay, number 8, your favorite deke. We've seen a lot of them in broadcasts. I thought, is it called the toe drag? I think we've seen you score on a toe drag.
Yeah.
What's your favorite go-to one?
Either probably the toe drag or the slip move where like you just put it between their stick and you go around them. That's probably my 2 go-to.
Who on the team would you most want to be?
Most ones.
If you could trade places with anybody, who would you choose?
I would probably have to go with one of the smarter kids. So probably Evan Zirk, because he thinks, I mean, he's not like, he's probably street dumb, but like in school he's just the smartest kid in the world. So probably him.
I'm testing your knowledge here. How many career varsity goals do you have so far in your career?
I'm pretty sure I added this up yesterday after the Woodbury game, and I'm pretty sure it's 58.
Okay.
Because I did have a goal against Woodbury, so I'm pretty sure it is 58 now.
Are you aware that on broadcast I called you one of the best goal scorers in Forest Lake history? Would you say so?
Yeah.
You'd back me up?
Yeah.
Do you have any knowledge of previous goal scorers that have rivaled what you've done? We've checked on MN Hockey Hub, and we've seen 2 people that are, I think, probably 4 goals below you now. So are you aware of anyone before that was?
No, all I really know is Dalton Saltness had 31 goals in a season.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all I know.
All right, so look at the camera and say you're the best goal scorer that Forest Lake has ever seen.
I am the best goal scorer Forest Lake has ever had.
Cut.
The best goal scorer Forest Lake has ever seen. You forced him to say it.
I did. I mean, he he wanted to say it. I just let him have the platform for it.
Yeah. I know you're a little.
So is that your first time seeing it?
This is my first time seeing it. I live in the same house as you.
What were your first thoughts? I didn't watch it just because I was the one that edited that, so I watched it like 10 different times. What was your first impression?
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I like the editing style. That was good. I like the montage at the beginning.
The montage was good. He provided a lot of material for that. So,
yeah.
I'd like to thank Gavin Mittendorf for that montage.
I think you were very down on yourself that your audio system did not necessarily work out.
Here, let me explain
this. I think it went just fine.
Let me explain this. The audio was supposed to be so much better. So I got softbox lights, okay? So the lighting's good, right? The 2 key things, okay, for a video to be good is lighting, and people say half of a video is audio. If you don't have good audio, your video's not going to be good. So I ordered microphones, clip-on microphones, okay? I go, and with a Type-C phone, right, I had to order this converter, right?
Yeah.
So I was packing my bag the night before, okay? I put the converter in my phone, okay? But, so there's a converter, and then there's this 3.5 headphone jack, 3.5 headphone jack, that it goes into the wireless audio thing. So I know it's hard for me to explain it without you guys knowing what it looks like, but I just missed.
Yeah, my eyes are starting to glaze over.
I missed like a cord 3 inches long that would have made the audio so much better, but we just had to kind of roll with the punches. It went fine, but it just could have been better. But it was the first one. It was my first interview, so it was a good experience.
Yeah. I got something funny.
What?
Is we have some people, again, we have a small cheering section that seem to consistently tune into the games from Collinsville, Illinois. And
That's respect.
One of them sent me a message there during the first period saying that we know how to pack the stands. They've never seen so many people in a high school hockey game. I sent back, dude, this is Minnesota.
This is life right here. This is life.
This is what the fans come out to.
I think it was a record attendance for the year. I had to park by the tennis courts. And for those of you who don't know what the parking lot looks like, the tennis courts are the very, very end of the parking lot. And I'm sure those are probably full when I'm going to go out. And when I'm going to get in my car, I'm sure parking spots will be all full around me. So
I mean, there's been a few nights that it's been a little hectic out in the lot, but tonight is a definite event with it being senior night and the last game here for a lot of these Rangers stars. Caleb, for those of us who do not know, why don't you give us an update on where the Rangers are sitting right now? How is the season faring?
I think we are currently at 10 points on the season, 5-9 in division. Roseville and Park Cottage Grove are right above us with 11. So with a win, we could vault to 12 points and we'd go over them. I don't know how much that does for seeding in the grand scheme of things. We could tie Mounds View, but I don't know if they've played their last game too. So you also got to keep in mind that. But, control what you can control, and the Rangers can control if they get a win here tonight.
How about overall? Where are we sitting?
Well, if we win this game, we're going to go to 500.
All right.
So 12-12-1. We have a tie in there.
It's been a while since we were under 500, correct? I checked, I think, a few broadcasts ago, and I couldn't find one, I don't think. So it's been a minute, for sure. I don't remember if that's the boys or the girls. I remember the girls have not been below 500 for like the past 10 years.
Maybe that's what it was.
But the boys, I'm not sure. But it also just goes to show you that hockey is a true team sport. You can have the greatest goal scorer in the history of Force Lake hockey.
And
self-proclaimed.
I will crown him.
You proclaimed it and made him say it.
Well, I said it first, and I wanted him to say it, so I could say self-proclaimed. And I got him.
You got him.
I'll be the first one to say that he is right.
You're a true media mogul, twisting the words of athletes and making stories.
I'm not twisting any words, and I'm saying he is right, okay? So, what, do you disagree with me?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
And I think everybody listening should agree.
Absolutely. You will definitely be up on the wall, the Hall of Fame wall here at the arena after graduating. Here we go. Start out a second period, and hopefully it's just as exciting as the first. The only critique that I would have is maybe let's control the passing, both teams, and not have so many icing face-offs.
Indeed.
Got a little annoying.
It did. There's
like
a lot
to watch
of
a solid game of hockey.
It's like kind of the opposite of the last one. The last game we did here, there was really no stoppages, and now this one has a lot of them.
Blanchard with some contact along the boards in the far corner. It's been sent back around the net. This is Nelson contesting for it along the boards. Puck out. Looked like it was a good pass to Blanchard. Blanchard just couldn't find it. Stolen away by Moss for a second. Now off the glass. Punched by Blanchard. Both teams having trouble corralling the puck. It's almost like it's a piece of rubber on a sheet of ice.
That's weird.
Just sliding all over the place. Dzurek dumps back into the zone. Spring Lake Park will chase it again. Rangers go back on the attack. Moss with it along the boards, trying to get it to Nelson. Nelson, not there. This one sent down to Ford. He's able to block it with the blade of his stick. Up to Willie. Willie gets cut off there. Spring Lake Park now quickly all of a sudden in their offensive zone. But here comes Mittendorf to take it back through the neutral zone. Bringing it through. Tries to set it up for Nelson. Nelson just not able to get his stick down. Nelson will now head over to the bench. Linder comes on to replace him. Mittendorf over to Bright. Or North, excuse me. Linder takes a shot. Now, Spring Lake Park's goalie is down and defenseless without a stick. Stick strategically kicked away by Linder. Puck still out. A member of Spring Lake Park gives him a stick as if a skater stick would help at all.
I love that visual. That was awesome.
Just a goalie with a stick that is way smaller than it should be.
That made my night. Oh. Have we ever seen that in the Lakes area television history?
That's the first one for me. Linder gets called for a penalty there.
Are they calling it on the contact on the goalie? Because he got checked into the goalie, it looked like, from up here. Could be wrong.
Linder looked like he went to the box without arguing anything, but as soon as he got in, he was given an explanation to the penalty box coach over there. Dzurek sends this one along the boards, back into the Spring Lake Park zone. Moss will give chase. Slapped away by Moss. Spring Lake Park now has it back in the neutral zone. Coming on the forecheck, they dump in around the boards. Dzurek stops it there. This one sent back down the SLP side. Spring Lake Park will come back and collect it. Spring Lake Park dumps back in, back to Dzurek. Dzurek with the puck along the boards. Spring Lake Park has it. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Blanchard with some blanket coverage there. It almost looked like Spring Lake Park set up a basketball-type screen to allow that pass across the ice to work out. Poked away by Dzurek. Good defense by him tonight, as he has done all season long. That one up to Blanchard. That would have been a great opportunity for him if that puck would have been a little bit higher on the pass to get past that Spring Lake Park defender. The Panthers with the puck deep in their own zone. Mittendorf challenging. Blanchard going after him. Shot in off the chest of Ford. Willie trying to play it off the boards to Mittendorf. Mittendorf sets up McKinnon. McKinnon with it, trying to get it back to Mittendorf. Stolen away by SLP. Panthers now bringing it into the Forest Lake zone. Good defense there by Willie. Willie sends it up to McKinnon. McKinnon and Mittendorf. Mittendorf shot high. This would be North playing up to Mittendorf. Mittendorf loses it for a second. Now he'll get it back along the boards, turn around, fire off of a Spring Lake Park skater. Mittendorf sends it over to Willie. Willie along the boards. Back around. Mittendorf has the puck. Gives to Linder. Linder feeds McKinnon. McKinnon back to Mittendorf. Mittendorf wraps it around again. That was a hot one-timer that came in. Luckily, the tender for Spring Lake Park was able to get down, get in front of that one, and then Mittendorf unable to come up with the ricochet goal. He dropped the hammer on that one.
He did.
That's all you got? He did.
I was looking at the replay.
Okay. You got caught watching even between the whistles. Spidell on the face-off. He'll send it back around to Willie. Willie plays it over everybody. Saltness collects it behind the net. Spring Lake Park had it for a second, fell down. Saltness now with the puck along the boards. Back out to Willie. Willie from the blue line takes a shot. Spidell tried to redirect that one. It goes right. Now battle into the neutral zone for the puck. Spring Lake Park takes a shot from near center ice.
No,
Glove save by Ford.
Spring Lake Park's goalie is twitchy. He's really quick. You know, we see that
It almost seems like he's going to get beat, and then he snaps over.
Exactly. Even though like a couple of the pucks have went in, but he's like stopped the original like shot, and it's just been the rebounds that have kind of bounced around that have went in. So
he's not having a bad late game on the reaction, but is somehow able
to
make
up for
make it work. Nelson now with the puck. Tried to play it off the boards to himself. Didn't work out for him. Spring Lake Park's defense was all over it. Now it's Moss with it. Moss takes a shot. Glove out in front of the net. Puck still slapped around. Blanchard gets the puck. Now it's Gaynor playing it up to Nelson. Nelson dumps into the zone for the Rangers. Spring Lake Park sending it across the ice. Gaynor on the defense. Moss takes possession for the Rangers. Shot on goal, covered by Ford. An off-balance shot that I think may have caught Ford by surprise a little bit. Luckily, he was able to get down and glove that one.
Caught me by surprise. I did not think he was going to be able to get a quality shot on goal. Ended up doing so.
Kib, I don't know who's more fun to watch, Mittendorf or Blanchard. Now, I get Mittendorf, like you have said, is the greatest goal scorer in Forest Lake. And definitely his goals, I think, are a lot more fun to watch. We call him the magician for a reason. He fits the puck into spots that you wouldn't think it would fit. But the way that Blanchard just plays 120 miles an hour the entire game
is
just
true.
Very entertaining to watch.
And we've really seen that come to fruition. We not so much at the start of the season, but our last couple broadcasts, we've kind of highlighted what Blanchard's been able to do on offense and defense. And you're right, he is fun to watch too. And I think he has some of the same play style as Mittendorf. He's one of those smooth skaters. And
see, I would say he's not necessarily the smoothest skater because it is very. I mean, he's just moving 100 miles an hour, everything.
The patented Kyle Blanchard face-off where he tries to win it and go towards the goal.
Yeah,
that's his trademark.
That's a great move.
That's his trademark.
Blanchard just plays like his head's on fire. Mittendorf has the smoothness.
And every
about
team,
him, he just seems to glide and is faster than everybody on the ice.
Every team, no matter what sport, kind of needs that guy that plays really wild. And it's
inspiring.
It's contagious.
Yeah. Dezurek tries to get up to Linder. Linder trips over his own laces. Dezurek.
And it should be noted that although that type of play style doesn't show up on the stat sheet, it can show up for other players on their stat sheet, which is kind of what we're saying of like that type of energy is rubbing off on other people and getting them to play better as well. So
it'll be Spidell on the face-off now for the Rangers. Puck is dropped. Spring Lake Park wins it, tries to take a shot immediately. It was a good redirect by the Rangers. Slapping that one away. And now it's moving real fast. After that face-off, the energy between these two teams exploded there. Saltness with the puck. Headed into the Spring Lake Park zone. Spring Lake Park has it for a second. Stolen back away by the Rangers. Studier with the puck. Has it taken back by Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park brought it into the neutral zone. North holds the zone, or sends it back into the Spring Lake Park zone. Dumps in, I should have said. Now North brings it in again. Bright. All season, I've been getting Bright and North confused. I do not know how to keep them straight. The 6 and the 8,
And they both play right defenseman.
yeah. I just don't know what to do at this point. I'm just gonna, with having just under 20 minutes left in the season for us, I'm just gonna throw a name out there and hopefully it's the one that's on the ice.
You got a 50-50 chance.
We're mailing it in last game of the year. All right, here we go. Blanchard on the faceoff. We'll see if he tries to do the coast-to-coast here. Taken away by the Rangers. Blanchard with the puck up to Nelson. Nelson trying to bring it in, has it stolen away. That one sent around the boards. We'll get a stop and a face-off. All right. Does Blanchard bring out the coast-to-coast move here? Between the legs. Spring Lake Park. Nelson's able to take the puck. Plays it over to Moss. Moss through the neutral zone. Darts in, back behind the net. Comes around. Leaves for Willie. Willie sends one in. Nobody there. Moss recovers. Sends it out in front. Blanchard was there. Puck redirected before it got to him. Shot by Willie. Off. Blanchard comes flying in. Moss with the puck. Leaves for Blanchard. Blanchard, big 360, able to come away with the puck. Now it's Moss. Moss out to Studier. Or Gaynor, my bad. Moss to Nelson. Nelson back around to Gaynor. Gaynor off the boards, back to Nelson. Nelson sends one up, has it clip off the rafters, and we'll get a stoppage.
Good passing. So the breakout passes aren't going well for the Rangers, but the offensive zone passes now we're kind of seeing connect and get some good movement in our offensive zone. You want to see one of those pucks go in. But
well, this is also a spot. This is also a spot that we love to see Mittendorf come in fresh when the puck is already deep in the opposing team's zone off of a face-off like this. And now Mittendorf's got the puck. Some nice skating and stick handling. Sends it back to Dzurek. Dzurek over to Reif. Reif taking a shot in off the leg pads of Spring Lake Park's goaltender. Sent up into the neutral zone. Spring Lake Park with the puck. Takes a shot on goal. Ford lets that one hit him right in the sternum. Covers. We'll get a face-off.
You know, Ford's had a good game. If you take away those two kind of fluke breakaway goals, it's not like he's played bad. He's just gotten in unfortunate scenarios.
Still has only faced 11 shots on the night. Rangers have put up 28. Dzurek up to Linder. Linder over to McKinnon. That one a little too hot off the boards for McKinnon. That one bounces out. Spring Lake Park able to recover. Spring Lake Park now driving into the Rangers zone. Dzurek playing some A1 defense there. Linder trying to get it back up to McKinnon. Again, a little bit too hot off the boards. McKinnon falls, slides into the boards. Ford. He'll head to the bench. Studier will come in for him. SLP with the puck. Played off the boards, back into the neutral zone. Mittendorf with the puck. Some good moves. As it's stolen away again by Spring Lake Park. High lofting pass goes down. And we'll get an icing.
That was a good play by Ford. You know, making sure not to touch if it goes past him because he can get a free offensive zone faceoff. So, smart play there.
Kick your leg out, make sure it doesn't sneak in behind you, but if it's going to go by, let it go by. Great call. Spidell on the face-off for the Rangers. Out to Bright. Spring Lake Park now threatening, trying backdoor. Nothing doing. Back to the other side. Ford playing it beautifully. Ford trying to get a peek at what's happening. Around, and I don't think he saw where the puck was. Spring Lake Park able to put one in. He just didn't get the leg down in time. I don't think he saw where the puck was.
It's not like he got crossed up, though. He was watching.
It was. It almost looks like he got caught watching. He watched him come around to his side. He just didn't get the leg down. That right leg stays up.
Probably snuck right under the blade of the skate.
No, it popped right over the heel of his skate. Moss tries to break through quick. Blanchard sends it around the horn for the Rangers. Now it'll be Reif playing it in. Icing on the Rangers.
You know, I think if you took the over when I offered it to you, you probably would have been set up really good. Like you, the fans get into it.
Score 4-3, Rangers still on top. So the first I don't want to, do we say fluky goal of the night?
You can say that.
Ford kind of got beat. Nelson takes a shot and sneaks it in. Wow. That one was a beauty. How did he fit this one in? Sent it off the back of the glove.
You know, maybe we should just let Spring Lake Park.
Puck luck right there.
Maybe we should
just let Spring Lake Park score goals because we seem to score right after.
It's like number 13 for Spring Lake Park is walking out of the arena. Trying to get a Justin Boyd for Spring Lake Park. Hitting the locker room early, so no idea what that could be. Some sort of injury.
Rangers late here in the second with the puck again in their offensive zone. Big hit along the boards, and we get a penalty on Blanchard, it looks like. Blanchard pleading his case.
It looked like the ref that was close to the action didn't call it, but it was the ref from far away that called it. So I think that's why Blanchard may have a gripe about it. Just because you would think the ref closest to the action would give it a call if it was, but.
So Blanchard will be in the sin bin for 2 minutes. We'll see what the Rangers can do here as they are down a man. Spring Lake Park is on the power play. Rangers have scored a few times shorthanded. Spring Lake Park did it earlier to us. Mittendorf clears that one for the Rangers. The Rangers set up to play some defense. Shot on goal goes wide right. Ford was completely beat on that one. If the puck would have been a little bit better thought out on the shot. That one in off of Ford. And now Mittendorf skating hard with the puck. I think he thinks he's got a chance. Stolen away by Spring Lake Park. Knocked away by Mittendorf. Spring Lake Park now back into the Ranger zone. That one goes off of the stick of Dzurek. Mittendorf with it. Some nice stick handling. Now passes back to Dzurek. Dzurek will wing that one down towards Spring Lake Park's side of the ice. Moss in the corner. Contesting that one. That one goes off the stick of Moss. Spring Lake Park looks to be a little bit jumbled up right now, wasting a lot of time. Forest Lake has been a little bit more aggressive on this power play. That one cleared out, and that should be the end of the power play for Spring Lake Park. Rangers back to full strength, and Blanchard comes right out of the box and nearly runs into a goal opportunity. Gainer over to Blanchard, excuse me. Blanchard takes a shot on goal. Moss with the puck out in front. Blanchard shooting. Good save by the goaltender for Spring Lake Park. They'll cover and we'll get a face-off.
Maybe that penalty got Blanchard a little fired up. You say he plays at 100%. Maybe it looks like he's at 110% now, just moving extra fast. Ooh.
If he could have been ready for the pass that he got coming out of the box, that would have been beautifully set up for him. But
I mean, it looked like the goalie.
Gainer loses the edge of his skate there. Takes a tumble, able to get up and keep that puck in the Ranger zone. Studier.
I think Blanchard got robbed
for it.
On that shot he took. It looked like it went off like the glove part of the blocker, so it got past the part that was supposed to block it, but his hand still got on it, which is unfortunate. But crazy bounces happen.
North will drop back, take the puck from behind his own net. Now back to North. North up to Saltness. Saltness to Spidell. Spidell trying to stay up. Now going down, able to get back up. Saltness with the puck. Far side. Sends across to McKinnon. McKinnon takes a chopping shot at it. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Plays into the Ranger zone. Off the stick of Ford. Dzurek will drop back, receive it. Head behind his own net. Pass up to McKinnon. Off his stick. Now Linder chases in to the SLP zone. McKinnon takes a shot. And the flying bird works for Spring Lake Park. Stopping that one with 51 seconds left here in the second period.
Ooh. Man.
Mittendorf on the face off to McKinnon. Mittendorf now with the puck, trying to wrap it around. Sends it out to McKinnon. Out in front of the net. Mittendorf, shot. Knocked away. Linder out to Dzurek. Dzurek plays up to Mittendorf. That one redirected by Spring Lake Park. Mittendorf still with the puck. Up to McKinnon. McKinnon centers. Linder takes a shot. Doesn't go. Dzurek. Shot from the blue line. Blocked. Linder into the corner. Out to Dzurek. Dzurek trying to center it for somebody. Spring Lake Park with it behind their net. Mittendorf comes away with it. Trying to get it back to McKinnon. Dzurek uses his skate to stop it. Sends it into the corner. Mittendorf with some nice contact. And that is how we will end the second period. Rangers on top 5-3. Your shots on goal haven't changed much margin-wise between periods. 37 for the Rangers and 14 for Spring Lake Park. Ford, playing a very good game so far, only letting 3 in.
Yeah, but at the same time, Forest Lake's winning the skating battle. Ford's having a decent game, but Spring Lake Park's goalie's holding them in this game. So, I mean, the skating advantage and shooting advantage would go to Forest Lake, but, I mean, the goalie advantage, at least right now, is going Spring Lake Park's way, and that's a big reason why it's only a 2-goal game.
That is absolutely true. facing 37 shots on goal and only letting 5 of those in is impressive against this talented Forest Lake shooting
It's not
team.
a straight 5. It's kind of like a 2 and 3.
2 and 2 in bursts, basically.
Yeah, so it's tough for him, but he's having a good game so far. So
Well,
credit to him. Are we ready for part 2?
Part 2 of Caleb's exclusive interview with the captain, Gavin Mittendorf. Roll it.
What is your hockey love story? How did you fall in love with the game?
I started when I was about 3 years old. My dad put me on a pair of skates. I went out for like youth hockey, played, and just fell in love with the sport. Been playing with the same people I play right now for about 12 years. And I think the thing that made me fall in love with the game is just meeting all like my new friends now, just becoming best friends with them and playing hockey with them, and also like making my parents like be proud of me, I guess, and like I like accomplished something through it, and it makes them feel good. And I'm like, my dad's probably my biggest role model, just because he played hockey when he was in high school. So just like being able to grow up with a bunch of my new friends, and now I'm gonna go make more after high school.
Yeah, that was another question I was going to ask of your junior hockey.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Tell your audience. I know we touched on it a little bit in a previous broadcast, but
Yeah, I'm going to go play in Canada on the AJHL, which is Alberta Junior Hockey League. So it's on the west side of Canada, and I would say it's a Tier 2 hockey league. So I'll be able to get a lot of scouts, D1 scouts up there. So.
well, that's awesome. Transitioning, what is something you love doing when you're not on the ice?
I would probably have to say just hanging out with my friends and probably going golfing. Through the summer, we probably go about 4 to 5 times a week. So.
Okay. Does golfing help your shooting stroke in hockey, or what's the deal with that? I see a correlation.
I see it as like the putting, as using your hockey stick to putt, and driving. I feel like just if you have like a good enough shot, it makes you like drive the ball further, I think. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Who is a person that you've modeled your game after and inspired you to play hockey?
For the model one, I would probably say Matthew Barzal, he plays in the NHL. I've been watching him since I was like 13 years old. He's just the smoothest skater you'll ever see, great hands and everything. So I'm just trying to become. The person that inspired me would probably be my dad the most. He's just always been there for me. He's hard on me when I'm not playing my best, and it makes me want to play even harder. So.
Yeah. All right. What is the biggest lesson that hockey's taught you, and is that lesson could be advice for younger hockey players?
I would say don't take anything for granted. You only get so much time to play, and I would say do the best that you can at everything, but also have fun with it, because you won't get it to play it forever with the best friends you have.
Yeah. You bring up a good point of just like enjoying it sometimes. Like a lot of people are high school athletes, and the people just like, oh, we got another practice today. But it's like once you're done, you're like, man,
Yeah.
I wish I want to go back to that practice. And I was complaining about it. So I think that's a big thing. Malachi McKinnon has been the second leading point getter on the team. How good of a season has he had?
I think coming from Chisago to Forest Lake probably had to have been one of his hardest deals yet. just meeting all the new players and coming in as like no one know who it was, but during captains he would show up and he'd be one of the best players out there, I think. And just what makes him like so good this season is playmaking ability. We have a connection to where he can see where I am every time on the ice, and he can like make those passes that some people can't.
How much of that is like a natural chemistry, or how much of that is kind of like forced through captain's practices and stuff like that?
I would say half and half. I say he's naturally great at it, but like just playing together with him in practice every day, we kind of figured out where each other had been and everything. So
yeah. And then you played as a sophomore, correct? And he's doing this as a freshman. How kind of to put it in perspective, how like what did you feel like when you were a sophomore? Did you kind of feel gun shy, or just like?
I would say, yeah, I was really nervous going into it, but I also got the chance to play with Hunter Johnson and Jack McCulkey when they were playing, so it kind of helped me get into like the high school like competitiveness. And so, but he's just a freshman, but I feel when he's playing with me, he's just like a senior out there. So.
Yeah, awesome. So you're gonna finish my statement. The Rangers will have success in the postseason if.
I would say if we take each period 3 minutes at a time. Our coaches put into our minds that if our team puts the game 3 minutes like increments, and we work hard each 3 minutes, that we will have our best shot at winning and also getting the pucks deep into the zone.
All right, so you're going to be seeing this interview, and on Thursday it's going to air during periods. That will be the last regular season Ranger hockey game of the season before they will go into their playoffs. But this is the first ever player interview done on Lakes Area TV, so I want to thank you, Gavin, and thanks for our producers of letting this happen and airing it on broadcast for you guys to enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Great part two there, bud.
Great part two.
That was a ripper of a video, my guy.
I hope everybody enjoyed. That was the first one, so the next one we do, no matter what sport, it will be better. I can promise that. But you got to start somewhere, and that's where we started. So thank you, Gavin, for coming on. It was fun.
Absolute joy.
I just wish I'm not going to beat a dead horse. What do you want to talk about? I'm not going to talk about the microphone again.
Let's talk about hockey.
Let's do it. That's why we're here, isn't it? Should we start with shots on goal?
Start us off, my guy.
I mean, Forest Lake is... We kind of ended the second period talking about how Forest Lake has dominated the skating portion of this game, and you kind of mentioned it at the end of the second period. It just looked like Spring Lake Park was sluggish, they were lacking energy, it looked like. They're just playing a little slow, and I think Forest Lake capitalized on that. And although they didn't score a goal in those last few minutes, I mean, we had a lot of pressure, and it was consistent offensive zone pressure. And it was good to see just because we haven't seen too much of that this game. So Forest Lake is going to be able to do it both ways here in the third period, and that's what we're going to need because, you know, Spring Lake Park is going to come out re-energized.
We have a new question from a fan. Does Caleb have a do-rag under his hat?
It is not a do-rag. It is a headband. All right. And that is because I've needed to get a haircut and just have refused to do so. One, because they're expensive, and two, because I'm just running around everywhere recently. And there's just not a lot of time to fill one in. So, So the answer to that question is no.
You could just grow your hair out.
No.
Just let her go, bud.
No.
We should work on that next year. Next year we should have some sort of line for fan questions.
Oh. I thought you were going to say, like, let's have matching mullets, man, and then show. I was like, no, I'm going to shoot that one down real quick. But, yes, fan questions, and that can be a good one.
Could think of a way to do that for football, too. Be interesting.
You know,
we'll work on it.
Now that we're talking about football, watch out for some sort of interviewer on the football field this season. Maybe we can work something out. Interested, just because now we have 3 people in the booth, so maybe a hybrid position. You know, we tried a one away game of having
Casa takes the field.
We tried a one away game of having
better than cell phone over Bluetooth.
See, hey, that was just like the first interview.
The growing pains.
It's growing pains.
Yeah,
you got to start somewhere. That's where we started. You know, you can't go back and change it, so why worry about it?
Yeah. Can be the Ben Lieber of Forest Lake football.
I don't want Ben Lieber's name anywhere near mine. Minnesota legend. Egghead. I don't know. I just
call Ben Lieber an egghead.
I just don't. There's nothing personally wrong.
That man would end you.
He's a Minnesota legend, and I get that. But
you also back that point up with calling him an egghead.
It's
what do you
true.
think Lieber thinks about that?
It's true. He's not listening. And, you know.
What if someone tweets this one at him and gives him the timestamp of when a Minnesota Vikings fan called him a legend, but he's also an egghead?
Maybe. You know, everybody's going to get to that one point, you know?
Maybe if he finds out, then we can have an interview where you are confronted by Ben Lieber on Lakes Area TV.
Oh, that would be awesome.
The confrontation.
The publicity we would get from that interview.
Caleb has to
would be amazing.
Face the noise as he calls Ben Lieber an egghead.
You know, I'd do that as long as we get views for the channel. For sure. Anything for the job, right? But Jasper Brinkley was always my linebacker, and Ben Lieber tended to take out the minutes of me watching Jasper Brinkley. So that's why I have a gripe about Ben Lieber.
I can't believe that you
Ben
would
Lieber,
rather watch Jasper Brinkley
over
Ben Lieber.
Ben Lieber had no drip at all, dude. He was the linebacker that had the full cage helmet. Just gross drip. That's just unbelievable.
Let's see.
Oh, wow. We started this talking about hockey, and we
had the half-arm sleeves and the nasal strip.
Dude.
Had a little bit going on for him.
Forearm sleeves? Sleeves are for box. As this game just started, and we are not talking about it at all.
The high school Ben Lieber drip that we're seeing. That's fantastic. All right. Some action down there in the Ranger crease. Zurich sent up against the netting, trapping Ford underneath him. Net was kicked off the spikes. We'll get a face-off.
Getting off topic just one more time.
Yeah, shoot, partner.
Maybe Ben Lieber doesn't have to confront me. Maybe he can be sideline reporter for us one game at this Rangers game. Maybe that's how we'll fix it.
I don't think we could pay him enough to be a sideline reporter for the Forest Lake Rangers.
Well, Ben Lieber's a good dude. I think he'd do it out of the kindness.
No, I get he's a Minnesota legend and everything, and still has his roots here. But I don't think he's doing the Ranger game for us for free. And any chance that we did have that he would even consider anything like that went out the window when you called him an egghead.
All right, that's a good cap.
Blanchard with the puck.
Oh, wow.
Dezurik trying to hit it away. Got it up to Blanchard. Blanchard up to Moss. Moss sends it across the ice. Tipped down by Nelson. Dumped back into the zone by Reif. Are you still giggling?
No.
Compose yourself. You want to come on, man? Compose yourself. We are announcing a hockey game. Mittendorf taking a shot in. That one goes off the back of the netting. Now McKinnon with it out to Reif. Reif takes a shot on goal. Glove scoop save by the Spring Lake Park goalie. I really hope somehow this broadcast makes its way to Ben Lieber. You can deal with.
Book
you can make your bed and then lay in it. Mittendorf on the face-off. Played off the boards. Reif able to hold the zone. Shot in by North. Saved. I do have to pat myself on the back a little bit here. Since my confusion with North and Bright earlier in the game, I do believe I am 100%.
100.
Here we go again. Stumble and a nice hit to break up the breakaway. Some good defense there by the Rangers. Ford able to glove that one and save it. That was almost Trenton's second breakaway goal of the game. He just lost control of the puck, and then when he tried to regain possession, a nice hit by the Ranger defense took him out of the play. And we were able to stop that charge. Spidell on the face-off for the Rangers. Face-off will be blown dead. Saltness will now come in for Spidell.
It looked like on that last possession he got checked, but he was set up for a really good one-timer cross crease, but the pass just, I don't know, he tried to flip it up towards the goalie and it didn't really work out the best.
Ford gets his stick down, knocks that one away. That shot on goal goes wide to the right. Spring Lake Park now with it. Sends that one on net. Too far off to the side. Now Dezurik brings into the Spring Lake Park zone. Dezurik with the puck out in front of the net. Big hit from behind. Spidell trying to regain possession. Spring Lake Park able to get it away. They dump into the Rangers zone. They'll get a line change. Both teams come on. Willie sends that one towards the Spring Lake Park bench, off the boards. Spring Lake Park has it back now. Trenton again getting tripped up by the Ranger defense. Rangers currently trying to shut this offensive possession by Spring Lake Park down. North gets in there and breaks it up for the Rangers, stopping a little bit of that SLP momentum. Now puck tied up along the boards. Puck comes out. Spring Lake Park gets it right about center ice. Spring Lake Park bringing it in now. Shot on goal, saved by Ford.
Looked like Ford was getting up a little slow. We'll keep an eye on that. Didn't look like anything happened, but we'll see if something did happen.
Mittendorf on the face-off. Spring Lake Park still with the puck, sending it into the scrum. Players in front of the Ranger net. That's Linder, still with the puck. Tries some fancy stuff there, gets shut down quickly. Bright. Oh, this is a unfortunate situation for me. Bright and North on the ice together. But I guess it's also best case scenario, because at that point I had the true 50-50 chance. Mittendorf takes a shot on goal. That puck off the stick of Gaynor. And out of the playing area. We'll get a stop and a face-off.
All right, so Mittendorf sitting at 49 points on the season, and he's got 12 minutes to eclipse that 50-point mark on the season. Do you think he's got it in him? 49 points.
And who was that?
Mittendorf.
Mittendorf. I think so. I think there's enough time. Saltness tries to center. Nobody home. Gaynor takes a shot. That one goes off of Spidell. Studier to Spidell. Out to Reif. Reif holds the zone. Up to Saltness. Saltness takes a shot off the leg pad, it looked like, of the goaltender there. That one up. Misses the netting. Reif trying to send it up to Saltness. Saltness unable to get his stick on it. That one rattles all the way around the boards. Rangers regain possession of it in the neutral zone. Brought in by Spidell. Intercepted and into the crowd. No catch there. We've seen some fan hands.
We have.
So far this season, with pucks flying into the audience.
You know, it's the Hockey Dad senior year too. Like, they've been doing this for as long. They've been catching pucks.
They need to. Ooh, Blanchard was headhunting on that one and came up with nothing. That was going to be his senior year highlight hit right there.
But it ends up being...
Got to be a little frustrating hitting the glass. You want to be the wrecking ball, you end up the bug on the windshield. Spring Lake Park will dump in. Ford stops it behind his own net. Blanchard with the puck to Nelson. Leaves for Blanchard. Blanchard, hot shot off the tender. Nobody there. Ranger defense, beautifully played. Hitting that one away. Dzurek bringing it in for the Rangers. Shot on goal, goes high. Spring Lake Park goalie looked completely out of position there. It would have been a good chance. Now a good opportunity for Spring Lake Park. And they capitalize. It's 4-5.
Well, good thing is, I mean, that means the Rangers are going to put one in probably in the next minute or two. That's the only positive you can draw for that
All right.
If you're the Rangers.
Mittendorf's back on the ice. Here we go.
Oh, I didn't get a number on who scored that one.
Number 19.
19, 18. It'd be Mason.
No, it's 19. It's 19 for sure.
Mason White. It's his first goal of the season.
McKinnon in, disrupting things, taking the puck for the Rangers, sends it out in front. It's out in front of the net, nearly scored. Like we called, they're coming out hot.
You act surprised that happened.
Now
We've
North
seen that happen.
skates hard into the corner. Bright off the boards to Linder. Linder across to McKinnon. McKinnon dumps in. Linder back behind the net, and Mittendorf there to challenge. That one's swatted out of the air by McKinnon. Along the boards. Stolen away by Mittendorf. Keeps it in the Rangers' offensive zone. Across to McKinnon. McKinnon takes a shot. The goaltender for Spring Lake Park. McKinnon scores!
Oh.
Mittendorf to McKinnon for the second time, and again the Rangers score within the minute.
I mean, you knew it was going to happen.
You knew it was happening. Storyline of the game.
And that is Mittendorf's 50th point on the season.
He eclipses 50. That's big time for the magician himself. Spidell on the face-off for the Rangers.
McKinnon's probably at like 44 right now, too.
That is unbelievable. I'm very. If McKinnon is as dominant as he has been so far this season as a freshman, we have 3 more years of hockey.
Mittendorf,
to be
his
watching
record may not be safe.
His buddy McKinnon is coming for him. That one high into the crowd. Some nice hands with the catch there.
You know, it's kind of funny that that interview came out this game, and I asked him about McKinnon, and he talks about the chemistry.
You set him up for failure with the look into the camera and say I'm the best shooter that Forest Lake has ever seen, scorer that Forest Lake has ever seen. McKinnon's got a serious shot of dethroning him.
Maybe we'll be having the same interview with McKinnon, and in 4 years it's going to be, who knows? Who knows?
Dezurik trying to corral the puck. Sends it up to Spidell. Spidell fighting in hard. Tries to center. Saltness was there. Couldn't get his stick on it. Spring Lake Park now with it. Moss trying to deliver a hit. Unable to. Good opportunity there for Spring Lake Park. Did not work for him. Again, the puck was just mishandled there by the Panthers. Moss now sends it back behind the net of the Panthers. That one played off the wall. Spring Lake Park with the puck, headed in, shot on goal, goes wide right. And it looks like we're going to get an offsides.
Let's pump the brakes on the rival in goals, because McKinnon's had a really good year, but he only has probably 15 goals on the season now with tonight. Most of his points are coming off assists, which isn't a bad thing. He's still one of the best on the team, but Mittendorf is still...
Well, he's been setting Mittendorf up all season.
I mean, he has. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the next 3 years of McKinnon kind of being the guy now and not the second guy. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. For sure.
I think it is scary how much Malachi McKinnon resembles a Forest Lake version of Kirill Kaprizov in just the way he looks. I saw a picture of him at a USA hockey deal. He's a spitting image.
I don't
Could
know.
be his brother.
I don't know if I've seen him with his helmet off.
It's scary.
Ooh.
You got a computer in front of you. Look it up.
Here we
Search
go.
his name in Google. It's like the third picture that comes up. It's unbelievable.
Well, you just focused on announcing the game right now.
All right, puck out in front of the net. Sent around to the backside. That is not Malachi McKinnon. That's a very young picture of him. Where's the one that I saw?
2019. I guess that is like 5 years ago.
Okay, scroll down. What do you want Bing for? Go to Google. This is ridiculous.
Default browser.
Who uses Bing? That would be the first thing you change about that laptop when you get it.
Oh.
Caleb's two biggest contributions to the broadcast today are not the one-on-one interview with Mittendorf. It's the fact that he uses Bing for his research and called Ben Lieber an egghead.
Oh, wow.
Right over to Dzurek. Dzurek to Linder, Linder to Mittendorf, Mittendorf and McKinnon again together. Nice move. Out, McKinnon backhands, and McKinnon's got a hat trick. The tandem again. Okay, tell me right there. That's a decent picture. The hat misses there. We have shoes, we have hats, cowboy boots.
Just mostly shoes.
Everything is going on the ice tonight.
Has Forest Lake ever had a freshman score a hat trick?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out.
Well, I think the stats we're not going to be able to find. So, I mean, it's pretty fair to say that it most likely is.
You know what's a real shame, Caleb? The hat trick comes out, not one fedora on the ice.
As we learned earlier. That's the origin.
That is the origin.
Maybe if John Wagner was here covering, we would see the fedora.
We'd see the fedora. Oh, that'd be a beauty. Rife up to Mittendorf. Mittendorf, I think, trying to put in a goal here on senior night. Did he get one? Okay, now take a look at Kirill and take a look at McKinnon and tell me that they couldn't be spitting images of each other.
I kind of see it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
One's a lot more grainy.
The one picture that we have of McKinnon is a hockey profile picture for probably a league or a camp or something that he played in. And it is one of the most grainy photos I've ever seen.
Probably used a BlackBerry to catch
It looks
a
like
picture of
somebody
him.
took his picture with a disposable camera and then used a BlackBerry to take a picture of that photograph on a table.
I don't know. If you told me
And
that
that's
picture
what
was
they used.
taken in 2021, I would not believe you at all.
That is some rough photography. Spring Lake Park puts one on the board. It's okay. We'll score one in a minute.
Rough photography and rough defense. Ford's been left out to dry a few times tonight.
We'll see how the Rangers come back from this one.
Just a great centering pass. Right under the glove of Ford. That's Blake. Who? Luke? Leak.
Spidell on the faceoff.
It's his 40th goal of the season.
That one won by Spring Lake Park. Saltness now with it, trying to make a move on the defense there. Unable to come up with anything. Spidell now with the puck, bringing it in. Has it stolen away by Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park sends it down. Dzurek catches, sets it down through neutral ice. And Dzurek now making a chance for the net. Puck out in front. Spidell with it in the near corner. Sends it out to Willie. Willie sends it back into Studier. Studier with it. Puck still loose. Now Spring Lake Park able to gain possession for themselves. Spring Lake Park brings it in. Shot over to Ford. Ford sprawls out for it. Able to save it with the leg pad. And now a dangerous position there, almost. as Ford comes out with it.
So, the last 4 minutes on home ice for the seniors. This is going to be something they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. It's a fact.
That's a fact.
Let's finish it off with a dub on home. Home ice, nothing better.
Blanchard on the faceoff for the Rangers. Moss breaks through with the puck. Moss trying to go coast to coast with it. Moss still with the puck. Wraps around, tries to center. Nobody's home. Blanchard over to Reif. Reif up to Nelson. Puck out in front. Stolen back away by Spring Lake Park. Blanchard comes flying in again. Out in front of the net. A diving save by Blanchard. He is playing like it is his last 4 minutes, which it is. But, man, that was an effort there. Now he's going to go to the bench holding his side. Nelson comes in. Good choice there by Spring Lake Park to cover that one up.
So the second line center going to be taking a breather right now. We'll keep an eye on him and see if he is able to come back for the rest of the game. We'd hope so.
Mittendorf wins that face-off, sends it out to Dezurek. Dezurek sends one in on goal, deflected by Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park now with the puck. Beautiful move, sets up a nice open shot. Shot on goal, saved by the stick of Ford. Mittendorf with the puck, now to Linder. Linder in neutral ice, has it stolen away. That one poked by McKinnon. I'll head back around. Spring Lake Park will kick at it, keeping it in their own zone where all of the Rangers were. Interesting choice. Tied up along the boards. Mittendorf comes out with it, trying to set something up. Gainer fires one into the far corner. Goes off the boards. Linder getting into it a little bit. Big backhanded shot there by SLP. Goes high. Mittendorf and McKinnon on the attack again. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon takes a shot off the skate. The Spring Lake Park Panther. Spring Lake Park dumps in. Rangers will retrieve. Under 2 minutes left to go here for the Ranger seniors. Off the glass up to Spidell. Spidell rockets a shot. Blocker save by Spring Lake Park.
We'll see when Spring Lake Park decides to pull their goalie. If it's soon or they're going to wait a little bit.
I think they're going to have a hard time pulling him with the amount of time that the Rangers spend down in that offensive zone tonight. Seems like just about any time you could get to a point that you're like, all right, we got something going, we can pull the goalie. Force Lake sends one down there, and we're right back on offense. Spring Lake Park steals that one away, and here we go. Bright bringing it up the middle. Shot on goal, goes high. Dang it, that was North. Oh. Luckily, North's a sophomore or a senior, and I'll only have to remember Bright next year. 1 minute left here on senior night.
Blanchard's back out there. That's good to see.
It looks like this Nelson takes a shot. That goes off to the right side. Poked away by Blanchard. 40 seconds left for the seniors. That one floats all the way back down the Rangers side of the ice. Shoveled out by Ford. Moss with the puck through the neutral zone. Moss sends one across. Goal is open for the Rangers. Spring Lake Park puts one in with 14 left. They draw within one. Nelson getting more and more agitated with some of these Panthers here late in the game.
All right.
Timeout called.
You know, crazier things have happened.
Did they? Okay, the stadium still has not updated their scoreboard. Thought I was going crazy there for a second.
Yeah, so, I mean, basically a face-off win would almost seal it for the Rangers. Kind of unfortunate Ford's going out the way he is. Just his last start. I know he expects better from himself, so you kind of see him a little down on himself. But hey, as long as you
it's a win.
Exactly, you're gonna remember the win and not you playing.
You kept out one more, and this is his last game here at the home stadium as of now, regular season.
I mean,
if something catastrophic happens to some of those big teams in the playoffs, there's a chance, I think. No chance. Okay, so last game at home, but it's far from his last game of hockey. Spring Lake Park winning the face-off. Shot on goal goes high. 7 seconds left. Up along the glass, and that'll do it. Rangers hold on here at the end. And able to come away with the victory here on Rangers Senior Night.
Ooh. Spring Lake Park had their chance.
Andrew Rafe, Sam North, Jordan Nelson, Reese Moss, Gavin Mittendorf, Matthew Linder, Kyle Blanchard, Ian Schaefer, Jacob Ford, and Evan DeZurek round out the seniors on this team, playing their final game here at Light Shadell Arena. Caleb, what do you think?
Ooh. I don't know. We saw the outgoing and the upcomers this game. We saw
outgoing and incoming would be the words I think you
I was going to explain it so it makes more sense.
Okay.
You know, we saw the seniors perform on their last game, but we also saw some younger players, basically McKinnon, kind of show what they're going to bring to the team next year and the next 3. So it's an exciting time for Forest Lake hockey.
We definitely have some talent on the roster going into the next few seasons. And,
you know, we're playing our best hockey at the right time. You get into the tournament, everybody gets in high school, and hockey's kind of that unpredictable sport that we talked about of you just don't know what's going to happen. Any game, you can beat any team, especially when it's not a series and it's just one game. So you never know what can happen in the playoffs. So don't count Forest Lake out.
Yeah. Well, the Rangers take this one home, like we said. Final score of 7-6. And I think that's about all I got left. Will, you got anything? I think they're doing some ceremony for the seniors and the parents afterwards. So stay tuned for that. But as for me and you, hockey season.
You know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we won, because if we lost, I think, was it last year, one team lost and had to do this, and it was kind of just like,
it was just not the way that
it was just such a drag, especially for the players, just because you want to go out on a win and then you're forced to stay after. So glad they got a win and they can do this with smiles on their face.
Yeah. Well, to the Ranger fans that have been with us all season, we would just like to thank you for tuning in and watching, supporting the Rangers, supporting LATV, and we cannot wait to see you the next time we crack the mics for another Lakes Area TV Forest Lake Ranger sports broadcast. My name is Noah Casa. Caleb, would you like to sign yourself out?
No, you usually sign me out.
That's Caleb Casa. And we will talk to you next time. Thank you.
All right, Ranger parents, family, and especially you players, welcome to Forest Lake Rangers Senior Night 2022. And tonight we're going to honor 10 outstanding senior athletes and their parents for the many years of dedication they have given to the sport of hockey and to the Forest Lake community. So let's get started. Starting with number 4, Andrew Wright. Andrew's favorite hockey memory was going to the state tournament in Banners. Future plans are going to college to be an engineer. Andrew Wright. Number 8, Sam Norton. Sam North. Number 11, Jordan Nelson. Jordan Nelson. Parents are Chad, Jessica, and Cassie. Jordan's favorite hockey memory was scoring his first varsity goal against Duluth East. Future plans are to attend a four-year university. Jordan Nelson. Number 14, Reese Moss. Reese's favorite hockey memory was scoring his first varsity goal. Future plans are to attend Dunwoody Technical College. Reese Moss. Number 19, Gavin Mittendorf. Gavin Mittendorf. Parents are Scott and Carrie. Gavin's favorite hockey memory was going to Amsoil Arena in Duluth his sophomore year. Future plans are to play junior hockey in Canada. Gavin Mittendorf. Number 25, Matthew Lindbergh. Matthew Linder. Parents are Matt and Heather. Matthew's favorite hockey memory was scoring his first varsity goal against Duluth East to go to the second game of sections at Amsoil Arena in Duluth. Matthew's future plans are to serve in the military. He's exploring many different avenues to go into the service as an officer, such as the service academies and ROTC. He's keeping as many doors open as possible and is waiting for God to show him the way that is best for him. Matthew Lindbergh. Number 22, Kyle Blanchard. Ian Schaefer. Number 37, Jacob Ford. Jacob Ford, parents are Bob and Richard. Jacob's favorite hockey memory was the bus ride to St. Cloud in his sophomore year. Future plans are attending Vancouver for his first few years and then transferring to a business school. Jacob Ford. Number 42, Evan Desiree. Evan's favorite hockey memory is winning our section quarterfinal game his sophomore year in front of a packed crowd here at the Sports Center. Future plans are University in pursuit of a degree in industrial engineering. Evan Desiree. And there you have it, the Forest Lake Ranger boys hockey class of 22. How about one last round of applause for this outstanding group of senior athletes and their parents. And that concludes tonight's senior night ceremony. Reminder, Ranger fans, we will have a home game of Section 7AA quarterfinal here at the Sports Center next Tuesday, February 22nd, as the Rangers game on Anoka. Game time is 7 p.m. The Rangers in Anoka, Section 7AA quarterfinals here at the Sports Center next Tuesday at 7 p.m. See you then.
Someone threw a food out there. What? See someone threw a food out there.